What's going on, my psychedelic squadron? It's your boy Trippy here, man, and we're about to go ahead and get into the 3 tips that could make you a Mut millionaire. Now, before we go any further, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. 2-piece those mofos that'll help the channel grow tremendously, and let's go ahead and get into the 3 things that'll make you a Mut millionaire. Now, before we go any further, there are 3 things that you're gonna need in order to be able to take full advantage of these tips, these 3 things that I'm going to be go ahead and giving. The first thing you want to do in order to become a Mut millionaire is go to Twitch, go to MADDEN NFL up there, hit that follow button, make sure you hit the notification bell up there as well to be notified every time they go live. I don't care if you are on the toilet, if you're at school, you're at work, you are at a funeral, at the movies, you make sure when that thing pops up, you activate that stream. You start watching that stream, you put that bad boy in your pocket. Bare minimum, if you don't have time to actually go ahead and watch it, you can set it up to where you can have Twitch drops added to your Madden account just for watching and viewing the stream. There's no strings attached. You literally just get free packs. Now, is it awesome pulls out of those packs? Probably not, but it's free training and it's something that you could do, and you literally free. Anything that EA gives you for free, you should take advantage of. But another thing is, say you do have time and you actually want to pay attention to the things that they have going on as far as promotions and things like that to kind of stay ahead of the game, because that's what this is all about. So the second thing that you're going to want to do is actually go over on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, make a damn Twitter, do it ASAP, and follow Mut Leaks over there, and make sure you hit the notification bell on that as well. As you can see, they actually released the players for the veteran promo a whole day prior to them even being released. Then on top of that, these superstar players were also leaked a whole week ahead of time. Well, I'm not gonna say a week, it's probably like a whole 4 or 3 days or so, and they were already out and about. People already knew where they were going to be, so they started preparing for that very moment. So it's a lot easier to go ahead and finagle these things, because a lot of this is very time sensitive if you have Mut Leaks followed on Twitter. Now, last but certainly not least is gonna be making sure that you have the Madden Companion app downloaded on your phone. This thing could literally save you so much time and effort, especially if you're like me and you can't be on the game 24/7. I don't care if you're at work, you're at school, you're at a funeral. This thing will literally save you so much time and stress if you're trying to make sure that you go ahead and get those snipes on the auction block. As you can see, yes, you can hit the auction block on this thing. It saves your recent searches. It does all types of crazy things for you. You're allowed to go ahead and make bids, do all this other stuff, post things on the block, buy, sell, whatever you want to do as far as that is concerned. You can't power up players and things like that. And the auction block is a little bit slower, so you got to be very fast when activating this and make sure you have some really strong internet connection to make it go as fast as possible. That's really about the only downside to this. You can't really control the entire team, but it does make it so much easier if you're not around the Xbox, the PlayStation, the PC, to go ahead and make sure you still are able to put those coins down on a player that you would like to go ahead and pick up. Alright, so now that we got it out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the actual tips. Number 1, do not get caught up in trying to have the best player available at every position as soon as they are released. The best thing that you could do is be patient, buy low, sell high, or sell high and then buy low, whichever one works for you or whatever order you get it in. I can't tell you how many people literally as soon as a card is released, oh my god, I gotta have it, oh my god, I gotta have it, when in all reality, if you wait a little bit longer, depending on what promo it is, it could literally save you hundreds and thousands, even millions in coins, especially in the long run, if you just be patient. Don't go get that new Mel Blount that just came out. Don't go get that Marcus Allen. There's plenty of other players that can fill that role that could do just as much damage for way less. Also, if you need any tips on any budget players, I will be having this series going out for the best budget player under a certain amount of coins at each position, offensively and defensively. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And also, I'll be going through a no money spent team, which is going to be mainly comprised of nothing but budget players, in order to go ahead and help your teams out and show you that they're not as bad as you might think. And you don't have to have a 90 overall team in order to be pretty dominant in Madden. Number 2 on this list is going to be the main reason I had you go and do all those other 3 things to make sure that you stay on top of things in the MUT market as far as like new cards, new things that are coming up. And that is making sure that you pay attention to the market, what's coming out, and try to plan ahead as much as possible. For instance, as I referred to in the little snippet back there for the MUT leaks, right? A lot of those players for like the MUT superstars and all those things, they had power-up cards. Now, it probably doesn't really benefit a person to power up a superstar card because they have things that you would lose in the long run if you do power them up. But at the same time, there were people who were still powering up for theme teams, chem boosts, and things like that, and they needed those cards. And the power-ups are way more scarce this year than they are as opposed to last year for particular players. Now, of course, it's going to fluctuate depending on the player, but at the end of the day, if you can buy those cards as soon as possible for the cheapest, hurry up, take advantage of the frenzy to obtain. Yeah, I don't know if y'all hear that, but there's a really bad thunderstorm going on, so I hope I don't lose power. But go ahead and take advantage of the frenzy in order to get as many coins as possible. You buy something for 3K, a K, and then next thing you know, you flipping it for like 10K, 8K because the market is getting like in a really high demand for that card. Ain't too many out right now, and people are, you know, doing the same thing that I'm trying to tell you to do. Hold off and make sure that you use MUT leaks in the Madden companion app more than anything to make sure that you stay in tune with what's going on no matter where you are. Last but certainly not least, my biggest tip to you guys, make sure that you stash power-ups of big name players. Ali Marpet, right? He is probably one of the best left guards in the game right now, if not the best left guard, right behind Bruce Matthews now. I got his power card for like super cheap, right? It was like 6K or something like that. And then I ended up flipping it for like 34K. You know, that's a heck of a profit margin right there. So if you can actually go ahead and take a card such as Ezekiel Elliott, Christian McCaffrey, more of the big name players who you know are kind of in that range where you know they can get another upgrade. You know they're better than what they're trying to put out right now. Alvin Kamara is in a desperate need of a upgrade in my personal opinion. I just don't think the card plays as well as it did when it was first released, especially when you got like the Marcus Allens and all these other players out there just running rampant over defenses. And I think that's something that they will address really soon. I see that they have done the same thing for other players like Linval Joseph, who got a heavyweight card, etc. I can go on for days. Moral of the story is make sure you keep those power-up players and you stash them, and then when they go ahead and they give them upgrades, you make sure you check the auction block no matter if you're doing on the app or from your actual console. You can go ahead and capitalize on those bad boys as fast as possible. Now, those are my 3 tips. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, you make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. 2, piece those mofos that help the channel grow tremendously. And make sure that you go ahead and hit that bell icon and be notified whenever your boy uploads to the channel. Let me know down below if there's something that you would like to add on to those 3 tips. And if there's anything that you do a little differently that you're willing to share that you would do in order to make sure that you get the maximum amount of coins. But stay tuned for more Madden 20 content such as this. And until next time, fellas, peace.